Yo, 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 Jay Daniel here. Hope everybody's doing good. So, for this video, I'm going to talk about coaching. Oh my goodness. I just got off a call. We just did some coaching on the team. And I am basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm setting appointments, and the closers and everybody just kind of gets on the call and they break down, they break down a call and they give some advice, teaching. And oh my goodness, it's actually really, really mind blowing how much they can actually spot and how they're doing things and how they think in comparison to how I'm thinking and how long it would probably take me to figure this stuff out on my own, if ever. So I guess I'll give you some takeaways. So I've been doing a lot of practice. I've been, I do something called rapid fire questions, mirror questions. I do a bunch of stuff every day to get better. And they were listening to somebody who's basically in the same position as me, his call, and they were breaking it down. And as they broke it down, they mentioned a couple things that were interesting, and I'll share them with you guys. So number one was like, like just be the authority in the conversation. Like if you're in sales, you want to be the authority in the conversation. So, if they're rambling, giving you a bunch of stuff you don't need, you can cut them off. You can cut them off. Hey, that's super interesting. What about this? Or hey, I noticed you said this. What did you mean by that? Just cut them off and do it early, because that's going to put you in a position of power in the call and allow you to lead them. Also, throughout the entire call, one thing that I do a lot is I agree with people a lot. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah. Like I'll agree. And in sales, you want to be neutral and skeptical. So if somebody's, if you agree the entire call, come the end, they're gonna buy their own bullshit and they're gonna be fully sold on it. You want to slowly unravel their bullshit by challenging it out throughout the call. So if somebody tells you something like, yeah, but I think I could probably, yeah, but I think everything's good. Like you can literally, so I don't think I could ever get there. So I mean, you're saying that, but are there other people in your industry or in your circumstances that are achieving that level of success? Are there people in your city who are already at a higher level than you? So what's stopping you from getting there? I don't being skeptical all throughout the process and actually slowly shifting their belief to a place where it can actually be moved, because people come into calls with beliefs. Super fascinating, super good stuff. And you can have people who try to, like, if somebody asks you like, sales, what are you doing, are you selling, like, you can literally just ignore that. You can say, like, you can literally just ignore the question because it has nothing to do with them. Just put it back on them, put the focus on them. Somebody goes down, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, if somebody's talking about how good everything's going, and you can do that. You can say, like, what do you like about what you're doing now with this? You can ask questions about that. You can what do you like about it? How good is that going? And you can let them elaborate. But if they keep going on about how good things are, they're slowly starting to sell themselves on how good things are. They don't need to change, so you can cut them off. Got it. Sounds like things are going fairly well for you. Sounds like things are going great for you. I guess. And then it's like, is there anything you would change if you could, though? And if they don't give you a good answer, you can attack it. So, like, I mean, what's specifically do you not like about your business? And if they give you another bad answer, so why did you book the call in the first place? Like, you can it's sales is a lot of like agreeing, yes, and kind of being on their side, but it's also being neutral, skeptical, and almost challenging. I just actually have this book. I haven't read it yet. Right now I'm on like the last chapter of Socratic Selling, but I'm about to read, like, I'm literally like on the last chapter of Socratic Selling. Really good book. This is like Jeremy Miner's whole freaking framework. Just get it. It's like a $5-10 book, hardcover, on Amazon, or you can get it for free. Just I'll give you my secret website. It's called zlibrary.org, zlib.org. Just go there, and free books. Literally, it's all free. I think if you want to move it to your Kindle, you have to like donate a certain amount, but it's literally free. You just donate. You just literally put the name of the book, download it. You can read it on your phone for free on the spot. Download whatever. Not a sponsorship. I just use it. I was using it this weekend. I was reading it on my phone, then I would switch back to the book so I could get more value. But yeah, book. I haven't started reading it, but I've heard a lot about it, and it speaks about challenging people. So you don't want to necessarily only agree, the challenger sale, but you don't want to necessarily only agree with people. You want to also challenge them. You want to challenge their beliefs. You want to get their beliefs in alignment with a buyer. You have to know what a buyer is, how they think, and then get people to that buyer place by challenging beliefs that don't align with that, and then building up beliefs that do align with that. So if somebody says, yeah, I'm somebody who, I invest in myself. Kudos to you for having that mindset. So many people come into this industry and they stay stuck for years, and it's because they don't have the courage, they don't have the dedication and the awareness to invest in themselves so they can solve their problem. So kudos, like really bring up the beliefs that are aligned with the buyer and bring down and challenge the beliefs that aren't aligned with the buyer. And literally be ready to hit people over the head, like read them, listen to them, and always be ready to like not like literally hit them over the head or smack them or be an asshole, but challenge the way they think. Because if you don't get this belief to here, right, if you don't get this belief to here, they're not gonna come in. And a lot of the times they need this shit. These are guys who are working 16 hours a day and they need a system in their process, whatever you have to offer. So keep that in mind. By you moving their thoughts and getting them to this place, by you leading their mind, and literally by you taking them through this process, you're saving years of their life and you're making their life so much better. But people will fight like hell to stay where they're at and stay with the way they think. So you got to keep that in mind. Keep an eye out for buzzwords. So throughout this entire conversation, you want to be listening. Listen for buzzwords. If they say something like margins, like 5, 6, 7, 8 times, hold on, you mentioned margins a couple times. What do you mean by margins? What kind of margins are you looking to achieve? How are the margins now? What does that mean to you? Understand it. Probe into it. Everything that somebody says is like a suitcase, and there's a bunch of beliefs in it, but you have to open it and unpack it like an onion, so you can really dive deep into that. If they say, and don't assume, if somebody gives you a buzzword, don't assume what it means. Experts. So what's expert mean to you? Oh, and I guess why is that important to you now, though? What kind of an impact would having the expert help actually make to your business? Like, you can create all of these from one word that they said. And now you're drawing out the beliefs that are aligned with exactly what they're looking for. And when you know exactly what they're looking for, you can mention that in your offer. And you can tie the things that they want to the offer that you have. And then even if your offer is the same as everybody else's, because you're focusing on the things that are actually going to make a difference, they're like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been looking for that nobody else seems to be able to get me. If you hear somebody be distracted, like if you're on the call and they're shuffling papers, or they're talking to someone in the background, like, hey, are you good? Are you with me? What's going on? Like, literally break the third wall, pattern interrupt. Hey, like you can challenge people. You like literally pattern interrupt. Hey, are we good? And then have them apologize to you. Catch your authority back. The more authority you have, the less likely they're going to fuck off. The more authority I have, the less likely you're going to be on your fucking phone if we're talking. If I don't have any authority, you're going to be on your phone and distracted and not giving a fuck. But you'll be on your best behavior if somebody's like, they have the authority and the perception of it in a conversation. Just replace agreements with a lot more neutral language. Be as neutral as possible, and then skeptical, and then you want to be very intentional with your emotions and what you're putting out. So if you want to bring somebody up, you want to make that intentional. If you want to bring them down, you want to make that intentional. And you do that by knowing, hey, I'm neutral. I don't like that. I'm skeptical. Hey, you're saying this, but aren't there other people who are doing this? How does that make any sense? Do you think it might be something going on with your systems and processes? That's amazing. It's so great that you actually, let's stop for a sec. It's amazing that you think that way. It's amazing that you've made decisions in that way. That's a very important characteristic. And our best clients who are making the $100,000 a month, whatever they said they wanted, that's how they think. That's how they act. Congratulations. On that note, can you tell me a little bit more about what you're transition to your next question? Okay, I think those are all the notes that I took. So, those are just some of my takeaways, guys. These are things that would take me months, forever to figure out. I'm blessed to be in a company where, because I couldn't afford a coach right now, honestly. I'm blessed to be in a company where we get coaching. We get coached a lot, and they develop us. That's because it's a big company with structure and systems, and they create their salespeople. So this is helping. But, if you're not in a company like that, you're not in a position like that, like, find ways to get a coach. I got another guy who coached me for free just because, like, I told him the things that I've done in the past and what I'm looking to possibly do, and we built a connection. He's like, dude, yeah, I'm actually just starting to coach, and I want to coach you to get to this level. bam, you know, you can network. If you have money, cool, get a coach. You know, I can recommend you like 10 different ones, but um, really, just start first. Start your process. Get going. Get learning. Like, don't rely on a coach to help you be successful. You're gonna be successful. A coach is going to accelerate that. Like one of my goals, and something I've been really thinking about like this weekend was like hey, like cars and houses and all this stuff is cool, but what I want is I want money to be able to like get coaches in a bunch of different areas. Like right now, my friend is, I'm basically training with my friend who's in kind of the shape that I want to get to. Once I get to his kind of shape, right? Once I have more money coming in, I want to hire a personal trainer. I want to hire a coach to help me get to my like physique goals, you know, and really be more intentional about that process. When in sales, dude, I'm making 20 grand a month. I don't want to get to 50. I'm gonna want to be able to sell corporate and negotiate and do higher level things. Gonna find a coach for that. Just everything, every area. Like literally, mentors and coaches accelerate your learning and allow you to grow at a faster rate. But before the coach, you gotta get your shit together. You gotta get your routines together. You gotta wake up early. You gotta attack it. Otherwise, you're wasting the coach's fucking time with shit that you could have done by yourself. So, before you think about a coach, too, because I think there a lot of get a coach is being pushed in the industry. Um, Personal ownership, and the first thing is wake up early. Like wake up early, take care of your health, build a routine where you work out. Um, when you do that and you have some discipline, you can really maximize the coach because you are going to grow regardless, but the coach is going to take you from this to this. And those are my takeaways. Those are my lessons. This is something I'm learning. This is why coaching is so powerful. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope it helped with your sales, maybe some of my takeaways. I'm going to keep posting them on this journey to the top, to mastery, to growing a beautiful, amazing channel in life. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.